my mom and my girlfriend were there on the first day of shoot, and they had tears in their eyes when they saw my first shot. So now to be able to show them, the film, I just feel very proud, and I know they're very proud of me as well.
One thing that I've observed about Ahan and I appreciate about him is the fact that he appreciates others. He loves his Ranbir Kapoor for the kind of work he does. He loves Ranveer Singh for the kind of energy that he shows and the confidence that he has. Whether it's a Varun, whether it's a Tiger. When you see all this in other actors and you appreciate and you say, we should emulate it. I need to do this. I need to get inspired from this. That's when you become complete.
Talking about you giving this money to your staff members, what made you do this?
They all were there for me for my first film. Every single one of them made me feel so comfortable. So this is just something small, that I could do just to say thank you and just to help them out in a way.
Hey, this is Suniel Shetty.
Hi, this is Ahan Shetty, and you're watching me on ETimes.
Hi, this is Amina Sheikh here, and with me today I have the father-son Jodi. Of course, Suniel Shetty is not a part of the movie, but he's here to support his son Ahan Shetty for his movie Tadap, welcoming both of them on ETimes.
Thank you so much, Amina.
Sir, so tell me, what was your reaction when you watched the trailer of Tadap?
Super excited, goosebumps, proud, I would say, as a father. First of all, when you hear his voice, it's very soothing. I always believe that's where I somewhere or the other lacked, that I didn't have the control over the language or the voice quality to engage people 100%. That's a major factor. And when I saw that about Ahan, of course, I always knew growing up, every time I call him also, I was Ahan, because he says ha baba, he's got a heavy voice. So I was happy, and the kind of effort that he's put in. Every frame shows that he's thought of his character, and he's an intelligent actor. So super excited.
And this is your debut film, but at the same time, it's a remake of a South film. So how nervous were you being a part of this film, and anxious too, because this project was planned since a long time, and it's releasing now?
Honestly, I wasn't nervous. It being a remake, I wasn't nervous. I wasn't looking at it that way. I was more anxious and nervous, I think, during the pandemic. We had stopped filming and we had a 10-month gap. But now I'm just very excited. We're finally being able to release the film, and I'm so thankful that we are. I'm very grateful towards my producer and my director.
Also, a lot of people have been saying this, that Ahan, and even when I saw the trailer, it felt like it's not your debut. It actually felt like you have done 3-4 films, and then you have been a part of this film. How does that feel? Doesn't feel like you're a newbie.
It feels good. The love and appreciation that both Tara and I have been receiving, it's been fantastic. So I'm so thankful and grateful towards everyone who's said such wonderful things about the trailer, about our songs.
It is your first film, and the first film itself, you have a different character. You're not playing just one character. You are a lover boy, and at the same time there is this grey side of yours, which is very dangerous. So to get into that character, you need to have a very different nature or different kind of journey altogether. How was that for you?
It was fantastic. What drove me into doing this film as well, I think, was the character. I fell in love with the character instantly. Like you said, it's almost as if I'm playing a double role. Same character, but two completely contrasting personalities. So I loved it, and then to have such an experienced director like Milan Luthria guiding you, it just made things so much easier for me. And then to have Tara as my co-star, such an experienced actress, Saurabh Shukla, Kumud Mishra, just on set made me feel so comfortable that it never crossed my mind like, oh my God, it's my first movie. For me it was like, okay, I'm here, let's do it. It's 100% or nothing. And I just gave it my 100%.
So this is Ahan's first debut film, and you also received your first paycheck from Sajid Nadiadwala, and he's also receiving his first paycheck from him, but this time he decided to give his money to his staff members who are dealing with COVID situation right now. How does that make you feel?
Proud. And the fact that he's arrived. He's an actor with a heart, and only if you have a heart would you survive as an actor, because people see beyond, also see beyond that acting, beyond, because their heart shows. You know, and like you said, Ahan's first film, but he gives you the feeling that he's done 3 or 4 films. It's once again because of the confidence that Sajid has shown, the guru that he has in Milan Luthria. And one thing that I've observed about Ahan and I appreciate about him is the fact that he appreciates others. He loves his Ranbir Kapoor for the kind of work he does. He loves Ranveer Singh for the kind of energy that he shows and the confidence that he has. Whether it's a Varun, whether it's a Tiger. You know, when you see all this in other actors and you appreciate and you say, we should emulate it. I need to do this. I need to get inspired from this. That's when you become complete. When you believe that I know it all and the others don't matter, is when we start, you know, not delivering what we can deliver. So I think he's someone who's observed and learned. And every time he comes to me and he'll say, Papa, Ranveer, unbelievable. Look at Ranveer, Papa. You know what? Or Varun, or Tiger, or any of these young kids who are doing so very well. That's a sign of someone who's mature, because there's so much work. And that's what we need to do. Appreciate each other, hold hands, and stand together.
Yeah, I think it's very important to not look at it as competition, to look at it as inspiration.
But Ahan, talking about you giving this money to your staff members, what made you do this?
You know, it's not something I wanted to talk about or bring up, and I think it has come out. I don't know, you know, I felt like it was very important to give back at a time where everyone was going through such a hard time. It was my first film. You know, whether it be the Spot Boys, the Lightmen, they all were there for me for my first film. You know, every single one of them made me feel so comfortable. So this is just something small, you know, that I could do just to say thank you and just to help them out in a way. So that was my thought. Like I said before, I didn't really want to bring it up. It was not something I wanted to make a PR stunt or anything. It was just something I wanted to do.
Spoke about it.
Yeah,
And that's why. That's how it's come out, and it's you know, at the same time, I think. Yes, you don't talk about it, but when others talk, I think many youngsters who are startups like Ahan is would keep that in mind, because you know, that's the first thing I always told him also. Okay, you know, you've decided, God has given you an opportunity. Think what you want to give back. Think what you want to do for people. You know, everybody makes money, but when you start giving, the karma comes back very, very powerfully, and you should do that.
What you do on screen obviously is very important, but from what I've learned from my family, whether it be dad's side or my mom's side, it's very important what you do off screen as well, and how you give back and how you help the community. So that's something that I've grown up with, so naturally it's just something that I wanted to do.
The movie is a remake of RX 100, and that movie was definitely a blockbuster, and you know, it worked very well in the South. At the same time, does that put a bit of pressure on you because you're working in a remake? The director is of course very good, but there is this expectations where, you know, the comparison takes place. So do you know, somewhere get anxious and nervous about it because it's your debut in the end?
Obviously there's, you know, that pressure, and there will always be comparisons. Even if I wasn't doing a remake, you know, there'll be comparisons. But it's very important to not let that pressure get to you. As soon as you start letting that pressure get to you and the outside world get into your head, I feel like that's when you kind of lose track of who you are as a person and what you want to do. So it's just very important to just keep your head down, keep working hard, and just loving your craft.
Also, you know, it's also about your physical appearance in the movie. You know, when you're in a different character, you have lost weight, or you know, when you're actually, like, you know, playing a very, you know, tough role, you have actually, like, you know, put on weight and all.
Right.
So there is a lot of fluctuation, you know, being your
Right,
debut.
right.
How did you manage that?
Honestly, it was difficult. You know, for this role, I had to put on around 11 kilos. And that's very difficult for me to do. And then during the pandemic, actually, I lost a lot of weight. So it wasn't like it was intentional, but I had to work hard again to put that back on in a span of 2 months. So yeah, it was definitely challenging, but I love challenges. I feel like that's when I get the best out of myself. And again, just the support of everyone just helped me push myself through.
Also, sir, what do you have to say about, Ahan transforming in different character? And the trailer looks, quite grueling also for that matter, because somewhere it is a different shade altogether. We have never seen him in such an avatar because it is his debut. What do you have to say about it?
I've never seen that avatar of Ahan myself. I know him as this soft little obedient boy. But that's the beauty of the film. And he knew when he took up this film that it's not going to be Suniel Shetty का बेटा आहान शेट्टी आ रहा है और क्या शोरील बनाए उसके लिए कि वो डांस कर सकता है, वो फाइट कर सकता है, वो अच्छे कपड़ों में अच्छा लगता है. आई थिंक इट वाज क्या सुनील शेट्टी का बेटा एक्ट कर सकता है, क्या सुनील शेट्टी का बेटे को जो फिल्म मिली है, डज ही डिजर्व इट. आई सॉ द फिल्म लास्ट नाइट एंड आई थिंक ही ओन्स इट. आई डोंट थिंक एनीबडी वुड पॉइंट अ फिंगर एट हिम एंड से कि मेहनत कम किया उसने. हर फ्रेम में उसकी मेहनत दिखाई देती है. सक्सेस फेलियर हम कोई नहीं होते जज करने वाले. ऑडियंस जब फ्राइडे वो चले जाती है और सच्चाई है, जब फ्राइडे हम थिएटर में जाते हैं तो ऑडियंस की रिएक्शन बताती है कि क्या उनका हीरो अराइव हुआ है कि नहीं. स्मॉल टाउन बॉय है एंड ही लुक्स लाइक एनी ऑफ द स्मॉल टाउन बॉयज जो गुस्से में. आज अगर वेट बढ़ा हुआ है तो कहीं ना कहीं आपको लगेगा हाँ यार इतनी दारू भी इसने, तो कहीं ना कहीं ये हुआ होगा बिकॉज ऑफ डिप्रेशन इन द फिल्म एज अ कैरेक्टर. एंड एट द सेम टाइम व्हेन ही इज यंग प्लेफुल एज दैट बॉय हु फॉल्स इन लव, दैट इनोसेंस इज देयर. तो खूबी ये फिल्म है कि राम और श्याम दोनों एक ही फिल्म में है एंड दैट्स द ब्यूटी.
And with being a part of the showbiz world comes a lot of responsibility when it comes to your, character, when it comes to your personality, when it comes to, your image also. And before being a part also of Bollywood, there have been reports or, reports about you, being linked up and all that. How do you deal with that now since you're a part of the, showbiz world?
I think it's just important to be yourself. I don't try to hide anything from anyone. I'm very open about whatever I'm doing, whoever I'm with. It's just very important to just be yourself and do what you love. That's how I look at it.
And how was the experience of working with Sutaria though? Because, she's also she's not done much films. She's done 1-2 films only. So how was that?
Let me speak here
Yeah.
before he does. I think she is outstanding. Sutaria is a superstar. She must have done 2 films, but trust me, she looks drop dead gorgeous. And that works for the film like magic for Ahan to fall in love with her the way he does in the film. But also a brilliant actress. What an actress. Friday will tell ki, wow, this girl is insane as an actress. And I'm so happy for Tara, because what happens is when you have actors like this, Kumudji or Saurabhji and Tara, they should lift the principal character also as much. There's always pillar, building एक pillar पे कभी खड़ी नहीं होती, 4-5 pillars चाहिए जो आपको erect खड़ा करती है. I think that's it. And Tara is the backbone to Ishana, to Ahan in this film, and brilliant. I needed to say that before I miss out, because she's fantastic.
What do you have to say?
She's fantastic in the film. I mean, I think our dad has pretty much said everything, but she's incredibly supportive. Even though she's done only 2 films, she's such an incredible performer. And to have someone like that as my co-star definitely lifted my performance, enhanced my performance. And I'm very grateful that she's been my first co-star.
Ahan, you recently revealed that you would love to be a part of Border remake, and that is, of course, it features him. Suniel Shetty, how happy would you be if a remake of Border takes place and he plays the lead role?
I wouldn't say Border, but I'd say yes, uniform, because like his father, he's a very, very proud Indian. Loves the army, the navy, the air force, uniform. As a child, always, if he got an opportunity to wear the greens or the khakis, he would love to do it. So I definitely want to see him in that uniform representing one of the real heroes, that he depicts. Remaking border is something that is impossible. It's iconic. It's happened. It's JP Datta. The JP Datta doesn't come. JP Datta might come once in a lifetime. Now people look at an army film from a commercial point of view कि यार अच्छी चलती है, लेकिन JP Datta जी ने जब फिल्में बनाई, उन्होंने सिर्फ और सिर्फ फिल्में बनाई आर्मी के ऊपर. He's a soldier and a representative of the Indian Army, probably as much as anybody else is from the Indian Army. So वो possible नहीं है, लेकिन of course I'd love him to do armed force film. He'd give his right hand to do that.
And what made you choose this film particularly for a remake?
Before I wanted to become an actor, I wanted to join the Indian Army. So it's always been a dream of mine to portray a soldier. So that's why that connect.
Sunil sir, throughout your career, you have not only done action-oriented films, but also, comic scenes, comic films and all. So when it comes to your career, you have balanced in different, genre. It's not like you have stuck to one. And that is the reason, people know you for your different kind of work and not only for, doing serious roles or action-oriented roles. Would you like to see the same in Ahan for that matter?
I think he should have his own journey and choose what he wants to do. Completely leave it to him. As long as he enjoys what he's doing, he's happy with what he's doing, as long as there's a constant message in the film. When everybody saw the trailer, they're saying contrast है यार, बहुत angry young man है ये है, लेकिन एक definite message है film में. हर माँ ये चाहेगी कि अगर प्यार करे मेरी बेटी से कोई, तो ईशाना जैसा होना चाहिए. Every woman will come out feeling, I don't need any other man when I have a man like this. Why? It's got to be Ishana. And that's a message. Ki love, when you give it your all. And so every film should have a definite message. We didn't have that opportunity, though we tried our best. But he has that opportunity, and I think he has that mindset of a thinking actor, and which is beautiful. In
reality, Ahan, do you somewhere relate to the character in certain way?
Definitely not the aggressive one. I'm not like him at all. But yeah, the other Ishana, yes, I do.
The lover boy.
Loving and loyal. Yeah.
So you're like that. Your personality somewhere, do you?
Yeah.
So was that easier for you?
I would disagree. I would say he's Ishana. He's Ishana because both. You know why? Because Ahan loves with all his heart.
In that sense, yeah.
Yes,
In
and
that
that's
sense,
what I
yes.
mean. That's what I
So
mean.
you're possessive or protective? Depends on
Both.
that.
Both. And that is why the other
Yeah, you
Ishana
could
is
say.
like that. For me, the other Ishana is not with what he does and how he destroys himself.
It's his passion, I think. That
But his love is so pure. For me, that is the Ishana. The brooding, angry, because the world has taken his girl away from him. That's the Ishana that everybody will relate to. कि हाँ यार मैं प्यार करता हूँ तो ऐसे ही प्यार करता हूँ. अच्छा तो मैं हूँ. अच्छाइयाँ सब में हैं. अच्छाइयाँ वैसे हो जाती है जब आपके लाइफ में कुछ disturbance आती है. And that's the Ishana. For me.
Do you agree with your father?
to a certain extent, yes. Like he said, it's not the certain things that he does, but his passion, his loyalty, his love.
Yes.
I definitely do feel that way about certain things and certain people.
While shooting for this movie was not that easy for you because, of course, it was very cold.
Yeah.
At the same time, the promotions are also not that easy because it's quite a packed schedule. So how are you dealing with it? Because it's, of course, you have to go back to back to different places, promote it.
I'm very excited. I'm very happy to be doing this. We've put in so much hard work. It's been a long journey for for all of us, whether it be Sajid sir, Milan sir, Tara, and I. It's been almost 2.5 years since we started filming the movie. So we're just all very excited, all very happy to be finally promoting and finally releasing. And yeah, I couldn't be more thankful.
So you have been to Manglore for the promotions of Tadap, and that was your recent visit. And after a very long time, you went to your place because it's your hometown, and you have shared memories about being there and the mandir you visit and all. So tell us something about it. Like how was your journey this time when you visited with Ahan?
We actually didn't go to promote. It just happened that we ended up with so much of the media being there. Ahan last week said Dad, you know what, I
Actually,
feel
a day
like going.
before going.
Yeah, a day before.
A day before going.
Said, "Ki Dad, I want to go to Manglore. I want to go to a temple that is in our own home. Uh, his grandfather's and his grandmother's home." And that's exactly what he did. You know, where I was born, in Manglore. So we did our Nath pujas, we did our House of Spirits, the puja there. We went to the Devi temple and my dad's temple also. And I think that's where we both calmed down.
Yeah,
You know,
I think that kind of gave us the.
I was anxious, but I calmed down and I got the feeling that, we're through. And then we saw the film last night. You know, we came in, we went in the morning, came back in the afternoon, and we saw the film. And what happens there is the love we get is unbelievable because, like I said, I was born there, and I go for the rituals every day. The beauty of that place is, it's a temple called the Bappanadu Temple. And it's a Muslim family that's built the temple. And when Devi Ma gets out every year, she first goes to that house where the puja happens. So we come from a background where there's only love, 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 love. And every community gets involved in doing the Mahapuja. And so we needed the blessings. And we saw the film, and after the film I said, you know what, it looks better because I feel blessed.
Ahan, you also promoted the film on the sets of Big Boss along with Salman and of course, you know, Tara being there and Suniel sir being there. How was that for you?
It was fantastic. You know, I grew up idolizing Salman Khan. He's been, you know, someone I've really looked up to for a long time, and he's really been supportive of me for a very long time now. So to be able to share the stage with him, it was a dream come true, and I had a blast.
Suniel sir, even we see you on the sets of, you know, a lot of reality shows, be it with Karisma Kapoor, Shilpa Shetty, or even Ravina Tandon, or even Salman for that matter. You perform, you dance actually on the sets and all. That is quite a different side of yours. If given a chance, or if you know you yourself want to start a dance reality show, would you be a part of that?
No, not at all. You know, first of all, I would never be a part of the reality show where I have to judge. Because the networks will throw me out. I'm nobody to judge anybody. First of all, I believe I have no right to judge any kid. I'll be positive. If you want a 100% positive, diplomatic judge, I'm there. But if you want me to be honest, I cannot. Because मैं कौन सा 30 मार खाऊं, who can dance, and that's the funniest part, probably the worst dancer in the country being asked to go for all the dance shows, you know, but that's the kind of songs I've had, and so it's beautiful, it's a lot of fun, I enjoy it, I'm in awe, half the time I'm in awe, half the time I'm crying, you know, and every time, but you know, all the little girls like you, even now I was on the show, and with Karishma, and they come and so third time, so you made us cry. We always cry when you're there, but they're dancing. How do you? I said, you know what? Because it reminds me of Ahan, or it remind me of an Atya, or any other kid who's there, who's going through his highs, who's going through the lows. So the minute you see the high, you're like, oof. You know, this is like Atya and this is like Ahan. Or the background that they come from, the families that they come from. Because I cut back straight to my father and my mother. My father was such a simple man. And when I see these fathers who are there working through the day, making that money to give those the kids coaching, and to take care of them, and the apple of their eye, pockets are empty but they're shelling out everything. You cut to your father, you cut to your mother, you cut to all the parents who are. So my connect is always that way. That's why I get emotional. So I think if there's any crying show or something, I'm on.
Okay, so there should be some special show on that.
Yeah.
But since the movie is up for its release, what are your expectations out of it? Since the buzz is already, you know, quite high, and expectations are a lot, to be honest, you know, Ahan.
I mean, yeah, there are those expectations now, I think, because of the appreciation that we've gotten for our trailer and songs. But, you know, I have no expectations. You know, if the audience decides to accept me, they accept me. If they don't, then I just need to work harder in my next film. But, yeah, right now I'm just very excited. People keep asking me, are you nervous? Are you nervous? But, no, it's just more excitement right now. And I think closer, you know, on the second, those nerves will start to kick in.
Lastly, Ahan, you have been a part of Instagram, but you have not chosen to be a part of Twitter yet.
Right.
Is it because of social media trolls which take place heavily on Twitter?
To a certain extent, yes. But at the same time, I'm a very private person. You know, even before promotion started, you wouldn't really see me posting too much on Instagram. now obviously because of promotions I have to start posting a lot more. But I don't think I'd be able to handle so much social media in my life. I like to be very private. I like to be at home. I don't like to go out too much. So I just like to stick to myself and my close ones.
What feedback did you get from Athia, Mana Shetty, and even Tania Shroff?
They were also happy. They were also emotional. You know, my mom and my girlfriend were um, there on the first day of shoot, and they had tears in their eyes when they saw my first shot. So now to be able to show them, the film, I just feel very proud, and I know they're very proud of me as well.
So they are yet to watch the film.
Mom watched it last night, and Athiya watched it last night as well, and Tanya will be seeing it soon.
Okay, so you're like expecting certain feedbacks now.
Um, Again, no expectations. Just I hope they enjoy it.
Personally, how did you enjoy this journey?
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I've always loved being on set. When I used to go on set with Dad, I never used to really watch him perform. It was normally playing cricket with the crew and stuff like that. So now it was a completely different experience for me. Loved being on set. Loved being with every single person on set, whether that be the director, the AD team, the lightmen, the security, everyone. I just got along with everyone. Had a great time, and I can't wait to be on another set very soon, hopefully.
Also, sir, last question to you, that the era has changed in terms of the way the filmmaking is taking place, be it OTT platforms, which has, taken quite a lead role because of course, the lockdown, and even like, ever before lockdown also, OTT platform was making a lot of noise. Theatrical noise is there. It's not like, it's gone, disappeared and all, but the way it is right now, it's quite different as compared to what it was, years ago. What do you have to say about that?
See, at the end of the day, I will always be Ahan's father. Right? So, cinema will always be entertainment. Diwali is like no other day. Eid is like no other day. Christmas is like no other day. Guru Nanak Jayanti is like no other day. Festival is festival. Cinema is festival. Everything else. I mean, for me, OTT was that ICU that saved us from the worst, was that oxygen during the second pandemic that said, we are there for you. So, cinema, OTT, satellite, and plays, drama will always exist, which means media, entertainment, movies, music is our happy zone. It's our happy space, and makes us happy, which sends us to a different world. So they will coexist beautifully. And mark my words, cinema is cinema. वो experience जब कल हम लोग परसों I went and saw Antim and I saw Ayush perform on the big screen. I was like, holy, look at this boy, man, look at this transition. OTT पे वो कभी manage ही नहीं कर पाता. वो feel देने because of sound and because of effects and that kid has just, I said, wow. And then you hear that yesterday the film did very well, it's trending and it's doing very well. We are happy because there's a large screen actor who's come and delivered a knockout punch in his performance. Otherwise it takes time. But like I said, we will coexist and we'll coexist beautifully because each one has a universe of its own. Netflix is not competing with Amazon. It has its own world. Amazon has its own world. Amex has its own world. Woot has its own world. Sony Live has its own world. Z has its own world. They have their universe. So let's coexist. Like for us, there's so much work and there's such few actors. We need more boys coming in. We need more girls coming in. We need more character actors coming in, which means more and more and more and more. And cinema is cinema.
But since we are talking about OTT platform, you are also a part of it now. You're doing this Invisible Woman. So tell us something about it, because the title itself sounds quite different.
It is. It's a very exciting film. I love the setup. I love Rajesh Silva as a director. Saregama going all out with production. That's a legendary company, a company that has been rock solid. So I'm super excited. Play a great character, a cop. Family and tremendous opportunity to perform. So super excited. I'm also doing another one called Dharavi Bank, which I'm very excited about because I play a larger than life character and also doing film. So yes, as an actor it excites me because I'm playing both, and like I said, as long as we coexist, supporting each other, there's no looking back.
And while Ahan has been a part of a South remake, you are working in the South. So tell us something about that film as well, because that's already have made a lot of noise.
Markar, it's a good film, Priyadarshan. South is cinema. Proof that cinema is larger than life. So super excited with that. But right now, nothing matters to me than my own son's film and Tadap, and fingers crossed that people accept him. The most important thing is at the 10 o'clock show when people come out should say picture अच्छी है, सब अच्छे हैं, लेकिन लड़का भी बहुत अच्छा है यार, बोल नहीं सकते कि न्यू कमर है, वो प्यार अगर मिल जाए, I think we'll feel blessed. So nothing, we don't, it's destiny, it's luck. That's what I said, he's worked hard, he's done everything. Now it's up to the Almighty out there to say, I bless you, go ahead.
So a question to you, which is of course not related to the movie, but there were reports of your shooting getting stalled, which also featured Vivek Oberoi. So tell us something about that, because it was because of non-payments that had come in reports. Is that true?
Yeah. I mean, but I've got nothing to do with that. But because I'm an actor. But I know the Z team very, very well, production as well as the team. There has been a slip between the cup and the lip. Probably technical reasons. The intention and the way they take care of everybody is unbelievable. So, probably just news that slipped. Everything mended, everything okay. And, it's Z's. There's nothing to worry about. And if there was anything to worry about, suppose it was a smaller production and there was something to worry about, Suniel Shetty comes for workers first, everybody else later. It's always been my worker first, my producer next, and my director third. That has been my order, and I always tell Ahan that worker first, producer next, because he puts in the money. Do not treat him like a production manager. Respect him. Director, he's the brain behind it, but the brain doesn't exist if there's nothing to feed it. So let's go in that order. So that would never have been a problem. If I knew, I wouldn't even have let this issue happen, because workers believe in you and come forward for anything and everything. So nothing to worry about.
Also, Ahan, of course, you had quite a good journey throughout right now. But when it comes to your debut, you have made it. Are you going to take your own time while signing a second film? Are you going to wait, halt, think about it, decide, or would you choose to take up roles as soon as possible so that it keeps you occupied and busy?
Well, first thing, I haven't made it. The audience has to accept me on December 3rd. Right now, my main focus is on Tadap. I want the film to release, and then after that, we'll make together, all of us. We'll make a call on what to do next. And I'm very picky on what I want to do. Obviously now there are certain expectations, there's a certain amount of pressure, but in time everything will kind of fall into place.
And to both of you,
and the thing is, there is Sajid Bhai. I've left everything to Sajid Bhai. As a father, I have no responsibility. My responsibility is probably telling my son, I'm with you. Rest, I think Sajid Bhai has planned everything, done everything beautifully. He's someone who's never in a hurry. He says, यार अच्छा दिखाओ, फिर अच्छे लोग आएंगे, अच्छा करेंगे, मैं हमेशा रहूँगा. So I think they're very, very safe and secure there. And I think that's the biggest asset for me, that I went with the right person. साजिद भाई उनमें से हैं जो गिरे हुए को भी हाथ दे के उठा लेते हैं और बोलते चलो let's walk together. So I wasn't worried about the success. I said, if my son ever finds an issue in his first, there is someone to hold his hand in the second also. So.
And to both of you, the music of the movie is of course doing rounds on the internet. It's already making noise, be it Arijit, be it B Prague for that matter. What do you have to say about that?
Blessed, because I've been blessed with good music. Even though I was the worst dancer, I've been blessed with good music. So Ahan's beginning has been fantastic. Pritam Das music, Arijit and B Prague, my God, Zubin, Darshan, Shilpa, fantastic singers. So that's what I'm saying, it's blessed when you know that you're blessed and everything is happening as per God's will. All you can say is thank you to Arijit, thank you to B Prague, Pritam Da for giving phenomenal music. See, the music is doing damn well, I know, but when you connect it with the visuals, it's a narrative in the film. It's not just a song. It is screenplay. There are scenes in the song. It moves the film ahead. It builds the romance. So very happy with what Rajat Arora. I mean, the beauty of this film is again dialogues. You know, that's why every song has a dialogue in it. It's because that's the heartbeat of the film. And Rajat Arora and Milan Luthria as a team are unbelievable. The cinematographer, young
Rahul, so it's
young
fantastic.
boy, Rahul has killed it. Whether it's in the look or the grading. I'm not saying because of all this it's a fantastic film. You know, great teams come together, but you don't know what kind of a film it is. We leave that to the audience. But you know you've got the best looking into a lot of things.
Okay, and thank you so much for your time. And I'm just hoping this film is definitely going to do very well at the box office. Thank you so much for your time and all the very best.